Okay, we're about to play the bottom part of the first turn of the first round. We left off with the bird of prey preparing to attack the Romulan ship. Now, what we're going to look at here on this token, there are 4 symbols. The top symbol is the ship's defense. You have to generate that much attack to defeat it. The symbol on the left is its attack. It's going to potentially do that much damage to you on the damage phase. The symbol on the bottom is experience. It's how much experience you get for defeating this enemy. The symbol on the right indicates any special attacks it may have. In this instance, this is a biogenic ship, which means it does biogenic damage. And that means for every damage card we put in our hand, we're also going to put one into our discard pile. Alright, so combat is done over a series of, I think it's 4 phases. The first phase is the long-range attack phase. If you have any cards that say long-range attack, you can play them now to try to finish the enemy before it attacks you. We actually had one. We had a long-range attack of 3, but we had to use it to help generate our movement. So we have no long-range attack to play. So now we move on to the shields phase. This is where we would play shield cards to try to protect ourselves from that 3 damage that is about to happen. We have a shields 2 card, but we're going to need both of these cards to defeat the Romulan in our attack step. So now comes the most complicated part of combat, in my opinion. It's the assigning damage phase. You don't just assign 3 damage and subtract your shields. You do. So 3 minus 0, we're going to take the 3 damage. But we don't just take 3 cards. What we do is we take 1 damage card and put it in our hand. Now we go back and we look. We started with 3 damage. We're going to subtract our captain's defense value from that 3 damage. That's the new base damage of the attack. It has a base damage of 1 now. So we're going to take 1 more damage card, put it into our hand, take the base damage of 1, and subtract our captain's defense, which is 2. That brings us into the negative. So we're done. We take 2 damage. Again, it's a little weird. You take 1 damage card, subtract your captain's defense from the total base damage, in this case 3. That brings us to 1. Since it's still a positive number, we take another damage card, in this case a second damage card, take the 1, subtract the captain's defense from it of 2. That brings us to negative 1. We're done doing damage. We have taken our 2 damage from that attack. Now, because it's a biogenic weapon, we also take 2 damage. Because we took 2 damage, we take an equal number of cards and put it into our discard pile to represent the biological damage done by the ship. Now we move on to our attack phase. We are going to play battle stations and power it with that command die to generate attack 4. Then we're going to play intimidate sideways for another attack point, bringing it to attack 5. So we defeat the Romulan ship because it only had defense 5, and we gain 3 experience, as it shows on the bottom, and then we discard that token. So up here, we move our experience icon 1, 2, and 3. Now that puts us into a new level of experience. We are now level 2. So at the end of our turn, we're going to look at page 18 of the rulebook to see what we do to level up. The first thing we do is we're going to get an advanced action card offer. When the first captain gains a level, reveal 3 cards from the advanced action deck and display them in a column as the advanced action offer. So we get these 3 cards. We would have got 1, 2, 3. I think it matters what order, so we're going to put them in the proper order. We have Honor. We can play it for attack 2, and you take 1 damage to increase this to attack 5. Or you can power it with a gold for attack 4, and you take 1 damage to increase this to attack 9. We have Persistence. Play it to take 1 damage and move 4. Power it with a gold to take 1 damage and move 6. And Isolytic Burst. Play it for long range attack 3. Gain reputation -1 at the end of your turn. Or power it with a gold. During the attack phase of combat, destroy target enemy token, but gain reputation -2 at the end of your turn. So this goes next to the advanced action cards. Alright. Level up, display from the display deck, display them in a column. The second row on the experience track includes this symbol, which is what we just got. We move to that, which means we look at the top 2 skill tokens we have. And you're probably going to need to look at your captain's reference card to see what they do. We have one that gives us long range attack 1 or long range photon pulse attack 1. Or flip this to gain 1 blue data crystal in your inventory and 1 gold data token. That is really not too shabby. We're going to take the data token, and then the one we don't take goes into a common data pool that could potentially be taken by captains later in the game. All right. And now we also choose one of the 3 skill cards from the advanced offering. We're going to take Honor because we're Klingons. And that sounds really cool. So I think that goes into our discard pile. Chooses one of the 3 advanced skill cards. They place this card on top of their ship deck. Very nice. So that goes on top of our ship deck. And then replenish the offer with a new card. The cards in the offer are always shifted down, so the new one is always added to the top. And now when another player reaches level 2, they resolve level up in exactly the same way. However, they now have the option to choose a skill token from the common skill offer. Alright. So that was our level up. I think we have actually probably done a few other things first. I don't know that it's really going to impact things. But at the end of our turn... What is that end of turn sequence? Here we go. Discard all cards you played into your discard pile. So we played all 5 of our cards. They go into our discard pile. We re-roll the dice we used and add it back to the data core. Receives any rewards earned during their turn. Resolves a level up. Draws cards from the ship deck to their hand limit. The limit is 5 cards at the start of the game. Let's see. Well, I don't see anything about discarding damage from your hand, so I guess these just stay in our hand until we repair them. Now, unfortunately, I took that level 4 card for the Klingons. The initiative cards all seem to be in the initiative. Oh, I've got them over here. The Federation had 1, and the Klingons had 4, where if I had 2 or less than 2 damage cards in my hand, I'd get +1 card. I don't, so I will just draw 3. I got Repair Hull, that's very good. Repair 1 card or draw 1 card, or power it with a gold to repair 2 and draw 2. Engage, move 2, long range attack 3, and we got Honor, which we knew we were going to get anyway because we put it on the top of our deck. And that concludes the Klingons' turn. And that brings us to about 10 minutes. So that's going to bring us to the end of turn 1 of round 1. So far, the Klingons have engaged in a battle, finished off the Romulan ship and took some damage themselves, and the Federation has failed to recruit Denatra to their cause. Alright, in the next video, we will start turn 2 of round 1.